Hi, it's me, the autistic Gen X guy. The autistic Gen Xer with anxiety and depressing. Depressing the button, depressing myself, depressing my sadness, depressing my ass. Else. Okay, that was bad. I don't even know what the fuck that was. That's the kind of mood I'm in today. Let's try again. Hi, it's me, the autistic Gen Xer with anxiety and depression. Some call me Tim. And today, see, I don't have my coffee ready. I'm all out of practice. I took a few days off. And now I don't even remember how to do this anymore. Um, I hope everybody had a nice holiday. I know not everybody did. Um, so I don't know why I just said that. Some people are struggling. Some people are starving. Some people have no place to live. And we should be thankful for what we have. But I continue to wake up every day. And I have this duality where part of it feels like, well, this is what I've always wanted, to not have to work and to just be at home all day, every day. But then I have guilt because like my wife is working her ass off. And so it doesn't seem fair that I hang out and do nothing while she works her ass off. And then on the flip side, I've played video games I'm just like all out of stuff to do. You know, like everything I've ever wanted to do, I've done. And like, I'm like, okay, now what? Like, and so, yeah, part of me thinks, well, it might be the meds. Just I'm losing interest in everything. I have disinterest in all things like I always do. But there's a part of me that thinks, like, no, this is what it's like when you get everything you wanted and you're just never satisfied. Not in like a greedy way, I need $1 trillion satisfied, but just that I'm never satisfied with who I am. I am always trying to improve, to be better, to learn new things, to just be. And I don't feel like me when I'm just doing nothing. So I could sit and play Factorio or any game like that. Let's say I play Factorio, play some Minecraft, play some Stardew Valley, and there's enough games out and coming out that I could do that till the end. But what the hell's the point of that? That's like entertainment. That's fun. That's not a reason to wake up. It makes you feel empty inside. I used to think that would be amazing. Like, I don't need a job. I can just stay home and game forever. Be amazing. And I'm starting to think that, no, it wouldn't. Even if I got it, I wouldn't like it. Because I think I'm never going to be happy. I'll never be content. I will never just be at peace with me, with my surroundings, with my environment. I'll get bored and be like, okay, but what's next? What are we doing now? Maybe I should go learn to skydive or open up a Michelin star restaurant. I don't know. And none of those things make any sense. I'm definitely not going to become a skydiver or open up a Michelin star restaurant. This is not the bear, and I don't have any kind of temperament for that kind of thing. So what do I do with myself? I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, throw them in the comments. This is when I wish I had a more popular YouTube show that thousands watched instead of dozens. That would be great. Because then surely somebody out there in the community, in our loving and embracing community, would be able to grab me and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get your shit together. Next. And then I would feel better. That's an old Dennis Leary stand-up. By the way, if you don't know who Dennis Leary is, you should check him out. He was a very like 90s crapping on everything stand-up comedian. He's been in a lot of movies lately, or after that, right? But yeah, his favorite bit was, I don't feel good. Shut the fuck up. Next. Like that would be his, well, I feel sad. Shut the fuck up. Next. Like that's his therapy. Just like, and that goes to show you that even in the 90s, we did not take mental health seriously. That was funny back then. Where now it'd be like, that is terrible. Some of those people really needed help. And you just told them to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, which is not what you say to somebody with depression. Well, it's not a good thing to say. A lot of people say that. A lot of them. I mean, hell, my pill doctor, when I said I'm autistic, she looked at me and said, "You don't look autistic." And I got to tell you, it took everything I had not to just shut the goddamn call off right there. Be like, how are you qualified in any fucking way to be a psychiatrist? Whatever the pill doctor is, psychologist, psychiatrist, I think it's psychiatrist. How are you qualified? And you don't believe in autism? What are you, some quack nut job? Like, I don't know. But I don't really care. I don't need her to believe me or, to give me the meds I need. She just does. She didn't really prescribe them. There's been this window of time where everybody in the VA just leaves. And like every 6 months, I'd have a new doctor. I had a good therapist for a while and then she retired. I mean, it happens, but then I went through a series of them before I finally found my new therapist, not the pill doc, but the talkie doc. And she's good because she just tells me the same stuff that my wife tells me, but then I listen to her, which pisses my wife off. And I think that's the point of therapy, is you just go to a woman that says the same stuff to you that your woman says, but then you do it just to reinforce to her how impossible it will be for her to get you to do anything different than you already do. Like, let's just make sure you want to fix me. I'm out of warranty, babe, and they don't make these parts anymore, and you're just going to have to keep duct taping me together until you're done, I don't think anything's going to improve. But if somebody else said it, sure, I could do that. It's got to be infuriating being married to somebody like me. And honestly, I don't know why my wife is still with me. She always says like, "I love you so much." And I'm like, well, you must love me because you're still here. And I don't know why anybody could put up with me like that. And then she'll say, "Oh, but you're cute," which I don't see that either. When I was like 25, I got hit on a lot, but I don't now. Nobody talks to me. Nobody hits on me. Of course, I probably have to leave the house for that to happen, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're not going to get into the fact that I'm short. So I would never be able to date in this scene today anyway, because I'm not 6 foot. So I'm glad I got her. I'm glad she loves me so much that even though I drive her insane, she keeps me around, because I'd be pretty miserable without her. And on that note, I think this turned out pretty well for having absolutely no idea what I was going to talk about and having absolutely no desire to do a video, but realizing that I must. It keeps me sane. I will feel like I did something today, even though it's just this. I made the video, then I'm going to edit, I'm going to remix the audio, paste that in with the new video and render that, make a new thumbnail, upload all that to YouTube. There's stuff you do with it. And it's like, I did something today. So I'm just going to go play poker, I think, or just go back to bed. I don't know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and sharing some time. Hopefully, I've made your day a little bit less dark. Till next time. Peace.